Today we're going to get into some of the negative effects of procrastination. It's going to be a little deep, so buckle up because we're talking about mental health and procrastination. My name is Cassie Rose, and if you haven't already, go ahead and like this video if this is the type of content that you're into, and subscribe if you haven't yet. But if you have, thank you for coming back, and I'm really excited to talk about this. This is a big issue. It affects a lot of people, so let's get into it. Some of us might be lucky enough to identify our tendencies to procrastinate in time to do something about it. But the reason we procrastinate varies person to person, and it's not always obvious. Sometimes it's a hidden fear that we don't want to acknowledge, or it could even be as simple as not wanting to do something because it doesn't motivate us. Procrastination comes in all forms. And you can find out if you're a chronic procrastinator with this free assessment, and we will link it down below, and it's called Are You a Chronic Procrastinator? Pretty straightforward. So today I want to talk about what this looks like in our mental health, how procrastination affects each and every one of us. The effects of procrastination may not seem all that bad at first, but over time, those effects can build, leading to stress, anxiety, broken dreams, and low self-esteem. Instead of letting procrastination take hold, take the time to develop time management techniques to help you deal with them and handle it when it appears. Dr. Heath, we'll link this down below, believes that procrastination is actually a defense mechanism. Your unconscious mind thinks that it's helping you, but it's really misguided. So the procrastinator's mind uses a defense mechanism called repression to kind of forget about the task and pretend it's not there. Oh, there's just so many things that I need to do, I'm not going to do any of them. And the procrastinator usually minimizes the amount of time that a task will take. This, of course, is a trick that our minds play on us, and I hope that, we just often hope it's going to go away on its own, or the problem will resolve itself. Here are some of the most common effects of procrastination that can destroy not only your productivity, but really, not to be dramatic, your life. One of them is losing precious time. How much time have you wasted procrastinating? The worst thing about procrastinating is that the moment that you realize that you're 2 or 5 or 10 years older and nothing has changed, that's kind of scary. And this is a terrible feeling because you can't turn back time. You just have to live with this feeling of regret. And there's nothing worse than feeling frustrated at yourself, knowing that the situation could have been so different if you had just taken the first step. We don't want to, get 10 years down the line and realize we lost all this time. But luckily for you, there's no time like the present, and we can turn this around. Number 2, another thing that procrastination causes is blowing up opportunities. How many opportunities may you have wasted because you didn't take advantage of them when they were there? I've lost a lot. This is when the effects of procrastination can really start to cause you to kick yourself. Sometimes you don't realize at the time that the opportunity could have been life-changing, but you missed out on it. And this is difficult because if we had taken the first step and not procrastinated, it would probably have been manageable also. Opportunities are the world's way of giving you more, so that so do yourself a favor and grab them when it hands it to you. God is trying to give you an opportunity, but procrastination is neglecting that more that, we could be given. Number 3, it's risking your health. Procrastination can often risk people's health Among the effects of procrastination are mental health problems like stress and anxiety, and these in turn are linked to other health issues also. If your procrastination leads to feelings of depression, this will start to affect other areas of your life too. And I want to preface, I am not a medical professional, so don't in any way take what I'm saying as medical advice. But if you're experiencing things like this, you should really reach out to a medical doctor or a therapist. If you procrastinate too much with something, it's most likely going to start stressing you out and causing you anxiety, especially when other people or things are involved, other people's expectations, and all of this can lead to poor health outcomes. Also, people can procrastinate taking care of their health or going to the doctor for something for fear that it could be worse than maybe it is, or just fear in general, and that can affect our health too, because procrastinating, taking care of our health affects our health, and it's just a vicious cycle that can really make people very sick. You need to take care of yourself, go to a doctor, and check out your mental and physical health regularly. Don't procrastinate that. How can we stop procrastinating? How can we push past this? While it may seem like an impossible task because it's embedded in you, it is possible to overcome the challenges of procrastination, and you can actually get things done that you have been putting off. So here are a couple of tips. First, take a breath. Just take a deep breath, and get started. A lot of times, if we feel rushed into something, we will get anxious and then we'll put it off. But no matter what you have to accomplish, there's nothing like taking a deep breath and moving towards your goal. Number 2, to beat procrastination is just to have the right attitude. And maybe you need to journal your way or talk your way into it. But with the right outlook, you can go anywhere that you choose. But with the wrong attitude, procrastination will continue to rule over you because you've already decided that you can't do it. So we need to correct our attitude. And then we want to break it down into smaller steps. And I think that this is really pivotal for conquering procrastination, because big steps are scary and overwhelming. So if you are writing a paper or an essay, start with the introduction or the first sentence. Break it down. And if it's disorganized, like disorganization, maybe your closet discourages you whenever you go in there and you can't even pick out an outfit, just organize the colors. Maybe you don't want to organize your closet by color coding it, but just start by organizing it by the colors. So then you can learn what method you actually want to use. Sometimes it's great to test out other people's smaller action steps. And then you can break it down into something you really want once you make that decision. But breaking down steps in any sort of way makes any task a lot more manageable, and it helps you to stop procrastinating that task and really get something done. Another tip is just to put aside interruptions. And in the world that we live in, there are interruptions everywhere. The internet, our phones, beeping, all of this stuff. Put your phone in another room. If you can go without your laptop for this project, go without your laptop. Whatever it is, you'll be amazed. You'll be amazed at how much you can get done with just a pen and a paper, especially mentally, hurdling over these roadblocks, getting all of the technology away from you as much as possible. Putting aside these interruptions is going to help you to get your brain in a place where you can just decompress and be creative and think about this in a way that decreases anxiety. Another tip for you is decide on a reward when you finish. I think this is something that we don't do because it feels patronizing, but man, I like chocolate. I'm just saying, if I read a chapter of my book, I'm gonna get a chocolate. I think that's fair for me and it's motivating.